Hi everyone, welcome to our final Slice of Life episode of the Summer Reading Club. My name is Dabney, I'm the Young Adult Librarian at the Twin Lakes Library System, and I use they/them pronouns. Today I'm taking you all on a virtual field trip to one of my favorite places, which is the Ocmulgee Mounds National Historical Park. And so I am just going to walk you around the park a little bit and tell you a little bit about the history of this place. So behind me, you can see the visitor center. So I'm going to get out of the way. It is currently closed right now, but if you went inside, they have a gift shop and they have a museum, and it's really great. They've got like a video you can watch about the history of this area, and they've got lots of artifacts, I think over 2,000 artifacts. So we are going to take a quick walk around. Here you've got the trail map. There are like 8 miles of trails here. And so this park is located in Macon. So, 30 to 40 minutes from Milledgeville. And it's part of the National Park Service. So I'm going to have a link to all the information about this place. So here you got a little guidepost telling you where different sites are located. So right now we're going to walk towards the Earth Lodge. And like I said, there's 8 miles of trails here. You can, kind of take this paved trail. So as far as accessibility, there are some trails like this that are nice and paved. There's some trails you can go on with your bikes. And, you can also drive around the park. I parked right outside the visitor center, but you can also drive and park over where the Great Temple Mound is, or where the burial mounds are. So if you're not big on hiking, you wouldn't even necessarily have to get out of your car. And I will say that I am recording this episode early, so I'm out here. It is July the 9th. I think this video is set to air at the end of the month. So if you're planning a visit out here, check on their website to see what their hours are, because due to COVID-19, they've got limited hours right now. They are open 1 to 5. So I got here right at like 1 o'clock, so I kind of have the park to myself, which is awesome. That never happens. I'm going to pan over here, show you guys some fields. One thing about the park is, it is located pretty close to downtown and some busy roads, but still there's lots of wildlife out here. When I drove in, I saw a deer on the side of the road. I've seen a bobcat out here. I think I've seen a fox before. You'll see turtles if you're down by like the river and pond. So here you've got the cornfield mound and prehistoric trenches. So this area has been, continuously populated for, I think they said 17,000 years. So you've had lots of cultures living here, lots of Native Americans. But the people who built these mounds were the Muskogee. So here we've got another signpost about the Earth Lodge. And the lodge itself was reconstructed by the Civilian Conservation Corps. So this is not like original, but this was the site of the Earth Lodge. So if you went inside, the floor is like the original floor and seating. They've got like seats carved out. It's really cool. It's closed right now, again, because of the pandemic. But you should definitely come and check it out. So as we're walking, we're about to go over some train tracks in a minute because sadly, you know, when the Muskogee people were forced to relocate, what happened is they built the train tracks here, and cut through the mounds. So that's not great from an archaeological and cultural and historical standpoint, but yeah, as I was saying, the Muskogee people built the mounds here. I believe they were here starting. I've got my timelines confused, so maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut and tell you guys to look up the website that's got all the information about the history of this place and the people who were settled here. But I do know that a couple kind of historical points of interest. Hernando de Soto came through here when he was off exploring America / trying to conquer people and find gold, which he did not. Anyways, he came through this area. I believe that was in the 1500s. Again, check the timeline. I reviewed it before I came out here, but remembering historical dates is not my strong suit. But yeah, sadly, with a lot of the Europeans who came to America, they also brought, you know, different diseases. And so that had like a really terrible impact on the people, like the native peoples who were living here. So yeah, that brought lots of death and devastation. So here we've got another signpost about the Paleo-Indian period, which was like the earliest group who was in this area. So again, I highly encourage you to read up on the history of this place. It's just fascinating to think about all of the people who have lived in this area and try to like imagine it, how they might have seen it. Now over here on the right, we've got this gravel path. Like I said, there's lots of trails and paths here. If you go down that one, you'll actually come to a place where it where this like park meets up with, I want to say it's the Ocmulgee River Trail, kind of like how we have the Oconee River Greenway. They have a trail that goes along the river here and goes up to a park. And then that kind of, I don't remember if it still links to Rose Hill Cemetery or not, but you can ride your bike on there. Here we've got the train tracks. I come out here pretty, whenever I'm in Macon and I have free time, I like to come out and walk the trails. And a lot of times, the trains will come through, and it's pretty cool. And usually this place is a lot busier. But like I said, I'm here right when the park opened, and it is on a Thursday afternoon. Probably a lot of people at work. Okay, so you should be able to see in the distance, that is the Great Temple Mound. And if we went over here, there's like a trail that cuts through down here. You can maybe see the bridge over there, and that'll take you to the burial mounds. Here we've got another sign about the Muskogee people. All right, so we'll keep walking. So I was telling you guys about like Fernando de Soto, who came through here. William Bartram, who's a naturalist, he came through here in the 1800s as well and wrote about the mounds. There's also some Civil War history that you could look up. And when you pull into the park, across the road, like a little ways up the road, is Fort Hawkins, which you can also go visit. It's another historical site. Lots and lots of places you can visit in Macon while you're here. And of course, the park is totally free to visit. You don't have to pay a parking fee or anything. So that's why I like it a lot. So here we've got another signpost. If you went to your left, you'd go into the woods to the southeast mound, which is very small. And here, this was the site of a trading post, British trading post. And I will say just a couple things about the park. When you visit, check out the website, check out their rules. But one thing, they do not want you climbing the sides of the mounds. So I know it's tempting. I know when I first came here as a kid, I thought, hey, that would be really fun. But you're not allowed to do that. So if you go up the road here, you will get to the burial mounds. Going this way, this will take you back to the visitor center. There's a pond over here. And I think I'll just take you guys to the top of the Great Temple Mound. You can also bring your dog here. You just got to keep them on a leash. And this park has different events throughout the year that you should check out. I'm not sure, this year things are different. A lot of things are canceled. But they do have like a Native American celebration where different tribes come here. Okay. I think I might have told you the wrong thing. I think I said the Muskogee people made the mounds, but it looks like Woodland Indians. So again, fact check me. Read the stuff on the website. But yeah, they have that celebration. Usually it's in September. I'm not sure if it's going to be canceled this year or not. I've been to it a couple times. It's really cool. During like the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is usually in March, they have lantern tours, so you can come out here after dark. And this one you do have to pay for. If you go on a lantern tour, they give you a lantern and you can kind of get like a guided tour through the park after dark. It's really cool. I think they might do that for some full moons too. You can bring, have a picnic area over by the visitor center. You could have a picnic. I've seen people having picnics on top of this mound as well. It's got an incredible view. So many stairs. All right. So you've got a pretty great view up here. Over there, you can see the Earth Lodge. This way you can see the burial mounds. You can see Macon. And here, you can kind of see the pond and wetlands. If you go this way, there's trails that go out. There's a boardwalk, and then trails that will actually take you to the river and along the river. So that's really great. So lots to explore. And I'll just take y'all over here. It's not Macon. And yeah, where you see that parking area, that's in front of the mounds. And then over here you got like a smaller mound you can climb up. Yeah, that is it for today. I hope you all like this video. So, see you next time. Bye. Oh wait, just kidding. Forgot to tell you what your code is for today, and that code is Mounds. I don't have anything to write with because I didn't prepare this in advance, but it's MOUNDS. So yeah, thanks for participating in the Summer Reading Teens Virtual Programs Challenge. I hope you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you later. Bye.